Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Natiluv Tarot. Please like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel, and also you can drop some suggestions if you like for me to do videos on. Also, this is strictly for entertainment purposes. Everything here is alleged. If you need a medical professional, please seek that. I'm by no means a medical professional. And again, thank you for tuning in. And if you need to book a personal reading with me, please send me email. My information is in the description box below, as well as if you check my community board, the post, I also have my prices and the email address on there as well. So we're doing a part 2 reading to Miss Nicki Minaj because we have a quick question of the relationship between her and Nas. So Spirit, can we get the energy between Nicki Minaj and rapper Nas? Can we get the energy between Nicki Minaj and rapper Nas? Oh, all right. Nicki Minaj and rapper Nas. Okay. All right. Ooh. Why though, Spirit? Why? Give me more. Okay, so the energy that I'm picking up with Nicki, I'm sorry, I need a drink, my throat is getting dry. By the way, this right here is alkaline water with ice, but I splashed a little bit of turmeric, some ginger, and lemon. Bomb. Good for your health too, but okay, I digress. The energy that I pick up with these two is something about regret. Somebody's in regret. I feel like they had a good relationship together. They enjoyed each other's company, and in a way they were each other's wish fulfillment. There's just something about each other's aesthetics that they really admire, and it drew them towards each other, and they had a genuine connection and a connection with emotions involved in it. They definitely had a good time together. However, what I do feel though is that, and I feel like this might have been more on Nicki's part, she might have felt like dealing with him would have to deal with third parties potentially being in the mix. I get that the two of them are always super busy, and that was part of an issue for them, why they could never fully work, because he's on a busy schedule, she's on a busy schedule, and then it's like them trying to mix in and tie in their schedules. It's a lot, and because of the personalities that they have and what they require from their relationships, which is, you know, attention, affection, and putting forth time and effort, it would have been hard for both of them to provide that to each other because of their schedules being so not aligned. I see here that this was like a major change for the both of them. The experience they had with each other was life-changing. They learned a lot from each other, and they were able to grow from each other. I do feel like, though, that there was a bit of childish behavior in the relationship when it came to emotions, and I kind of picked that up more so from the both of them. I feel like Nicki is childish in the sense of sometimes she gets into her emotion flares, and she feels like she's right and she's going to be stuck on that, and she's kind of hard-headed and doesn't want to hear it. And then Nas, I guess because he's been through so much as well, especially with, you know, being married in the past and how that ended, he can be very stubborn and not willing to budge at the same time too, because he feels like, I'm not compromising shit because I did that before and look where it ended me. So I feel like with them, they had a lot of burdens, and it came from an emotional standpoint. And I feel like with the King of Cups in the middle of this whole spread, it just shows how much emotions was there and how emotions gets in the way of their relationship. Spirit, how do they currently feel about each other right now? Wow. They both kind of feel like they want to reach out to each other and kind of start a new journey with each other again. So I do feel like they think about each other and each other. You know, it's almost, it gives me like, I don't want to say like telekinesis, but it gives like telekinesis in the sense like sometimes he thinks about her and sometimes she thinks about him, and it's like they both can feel each other tugging on their energies, and they kind of want to reach out to each other. However, they're being very strict and stubborn with themselves and not doing it. Also, the two of them are in different situations. Like, she's in a whole marriage, so it would be kind of wrong for her to step out, and then he has whatever he got going on, and he also knows her situation, so he knows that he can't overstep his boundaries. So it's almost like an unrequited love. It's enduring, but not enough to endure. Anything else about them, Spirit? Yeah, Spirit is saying this is something that they had to move away from. It wouldn't have lasted long term. Again, it's a good time, but not a long time. They were basically karmics. They were meant to meet. They were meant to learn from each other, and they were meant to grow from each other. And I feel like that is what they're doing right now. They're experiencing their growing pains, and they took what they needed to take from each other. But what I do pick up is good energy. I do pick up there'll always be love there for each other genuinely, and that they'll always wish each other very well. I don't see any ill feelings, and I don't see any bad blood. I just think that they're in two different stages in their lives. And again, Nicki is married, so you have to kind of tread lightly with that one too. But yeah, I don't see any bad blood. I don't see them getting back together. At least I don't see it in the spread as of right now with the current energy. Remember, they have free will. Things can change. But as of right now, I don't see that changing. And the way Nicki's husband is, I don't see any man being able to really, you know, swerve theirself into that situation until he's kind of somewhat cleared out of the picture. But I do feel like they wish each other well, and they do run in each other's mind from time to time, and they pull on each other's heartstrings energetically, and they can feel it. But it's just like some unspoken words, basically unrequited love. So this is the reading with Nicki Minaj and Nas, guys. Again, please like, share, and subscribe, and book a personal reading with me. Again, my prices and everything is in the community post, as well as my information is in the description box below, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye bye.